so not about Tommy.
He never.
Tommy is really the go with the flow guy. Like, hey man, that's all. He just play.
But I think eventually someone would push him and he'd just lose his shit.
I don't think that's possible.
To me, that'd be the goal of the producers from both shows, our show and whatever reality show is. We could just try to break them. That'd be the goal.
Well, then you're compromising the contestants of the other reality shows. There's prizes involved.
Yeah, I think you
So
put
they
them
don't
in
wanna take
shitty reality shows so that like you're not.
Why doesn't the
like
show
Farmer
be
Wants a Wife, stuff like that.
Huh?
Like Farmer Wants a Wife and things like that.
Why can't? Okay, how about this? The show is just called Break Tommy,
All right.
and you just put him in situations, and you let everyone know this is the guy behind the line at the place. He doesn't, but he thinks. Okay, here's the thing. But he thinks he's on like, hey, Tommy Takes America. You're just going to put him behind the line.
Like that Bert Kreischer show.
Exactly. You're going to put him behind the line.
He thinks that's what it is.
You're going to put him behind the line of like a restaurant, but what you don't know is everyone's in on it. Like,
nah, but that was done.
What the fuck is wrong with you,
Someone
Tommy?
did that on FX.
What, you just gaslight somebody?
No, everybody was in on it except one guy, Joe Schmo. It was a good show.
Well, you could do a version of that, and just you just gaslight Tommy and see if you can get him to go
to just rattle.
You guys are fucking crazy because my money's on Tommy Buns.
It would take a lot.
Or just put him in like, okay, it's Tommy Takes America, Tommy, and today you have to go to karate class because we're going to film you.
You just pay one kid to just kick him in the nuts the
one
entire
kid,
time. All
the instructor. The instructor. Like, everyone is just kicking the shit out of him where he's like, hey, man, you hit me a little hard, bro. Like, I'm just here for the day. Like, everyone's just kicking the shit out of him.
Hey, man. We went and saw him in Virginia Beach.
He told me.
He was awesome, man. God,
he's really a tremendous comic. God. We got to get him back on the podcast, and we got to get Barry Katz back on the podcast. A lot of tweets about that.
Bert is going to be in my town this week.
Bert is in.
Your guy.
This will air 3 weeks from now.
Never mind. 3 weeks ago, Bert Kreischer was in my town.
Bert's a tremendous comic.
I'm going to go see him this weekend.
In Richmond?
Yeah.
At the Funny Bone?
Yeah, he's going to the Funny Bone.
What?
I've never met him. I've just heard him on your show.
Make sure you go say hi to him.
I will. Yeah, I'm going to send him a tweet or something.
Give him a big hug for me. Yeah. Great comic. You got to get in touch with Ralphie.
I will.
And you I'm just so glad you're here. I wish this was like a 5-hour podcast.
Dude, I just appreciate
You're going to do Rogan's, and that'll be like hours.
That's what I hear. Time. Like, and I'm a talker, so apparently that's going to go well. We
and
got Rogan and Corollas.
Corolla's a well-oiled machine. They'll have you out of there.
It's just like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. So like this
and
is
Sklar
like
Brothers. Going to see Sklar Brothers. Too.
They're very well-oiled machine.
I heard it's like you're in and out in 10 minutes.
You're in and out. What's weird is they do a segment before they bring you on, which I didn't understand why I had to be there at 11 o'clock. If they were going to talk until 11:30, I could have walked in at 11:30
and been out at 11:35.
You become at a certain age, you become obsessed with time. You realize I'm halfway through life. That half hour I could use to live my life, not in the waiting room at Earwolf Studios.
We all got to realize, like, I started listening to podcasts. I listened to you and Scarborough Country, and those are the two I listened to. And so, like, for me to be on these things is like, it's like me playing for the Jets. I mean, it's amazing. Like, I'm still a podcast fan. Like, it gets me really excited.
I love listening to podcasts. And the Sklar Brothers I would like to have on this podcast because I don't know if anyone sat and spoken to them. Like,
I don't know
how they divide up.
Yeah. Can they sit for an hour and talk?
Yeah, they can do it. Because they host the Jim Rome show, too, and that's 3 hours. Yeah. But I don't know how, if you've ever seen them live, I don't know how they divide up. Like, you go, well, how did Lennon McCartney decide who sings what at what time? Like, a day in the life, there's a Lennon verse, there's a McCartney verse.
They break it up, or they just naturally do it?
No, they break it up like a Beastie Boys song, like where it's Ad Rock, MCA, and, like, they I don't know how they do it. Like, they finish each other's sentences in a stand-up show.
It's like they're twins or something. It's amazing.
What twin hoarders ever?
No. And no Siamese hoarders. That would be awesome.
So your dream hoard would be...
Two sets of Siamese twin hoarders.
So that'd be 4 people total.
With 2 bodies.
Yes.
And 4 bags of stuff.
And lots and lots of shit.
Tons of shit.
In Target bags.
Yeah, it's always Target bags.
Why is it always Target?
They're the nicest bags. They're very thick. They're much thicker than any other bag out there. That's like high quality bags.
I could live in Target. That show, what was it? Career Opportunities, that movie where they, in the store after dark. Was it a Target store? Because let me tell you something. You lock me in Target after dark, I'll make it so that place never fucking opens, and I will live in Target. They got good hot dogs.
For a long time, man.
Huh?
You could live for a long time.
Hell, you could hunt in Target.
Hey, are we done on time? We have a second or no?
Yeah, go ahead.
Basketball, man. This is a big week. This is like my favorite.
It's not going to be on time. It's 3 weeks from now.
Well, I'll talk to you about it.
I'm rooting for Lamar.
Bob, did you see what he did with the seniors? That was awesome.
I love that you flew here, and from the plane, you said, I said, what time can you be at the house? And he said, well, after I got off the plane, I have to take a shower.
Yeah, I was going to go to a Hoard, and so I drove out to...
Today you were going to go to a Hoard.
Yeah, and I drove way out to Corey Chalmers' place, which is another guy in Hoarders, and we were going to go look at a Hoard together, and then we ended up not doing it. We did one.
We just got high.
We did. Shit.
Me and Corey just got high.
It's crazy. I never see the guy. Like, although we're both cleaners on the show, I hadn't seen him.
So you didn't want to waste your time with a Hoard?
Well, I mean, I'd talked to the family like 100 times. I knew what it was. It's just a car hoard. And we don't really do
car hoard.
There's tons of car hoards all over the country.
That's
They're
a show
fascinating.
That's a show called Bankruptcy.
Yeah, but I mean, these guys have like hundreds and hundreds of these guys are all over the country. There's a ton of them in California. I don't know why they're all here, but there'll be like a guy like.
I'll tell you why.
Why?
No, the cars are in pristine shape because the weather's always 70
I guess
degrees.
That's what it is.
There's no salt on the roads here.
Oh, yeah, because they'll be like right off the 101, and they'll be like, I have 400 Thunderbirds.
How is that a problem for anybody?
Yeah, I'm like, sell them. But then the problem is some of them are old rusted. They've got them from around the country, and they're not worth what they think they're worth. And most of our male hoarders think that they should be on American Pickers.
People that hoard males?
It would be, who would that be? Someone that hoards males. Well, Jackson. Who else? We have.
Nice callback.
Elizabeth Taylor, she was a male hoarder.
A bit of one.
Yeah.
But she's reformed now. She's behind the couch next to the horse.
Yeah. I met this is a crazy story. I used to do these like business meetings in Richmond with these old banker dudes. And I was trying to just drum up business, trying to do estate cleanups. And I would go to these like tip meetings, where you go to lunch with these business guys, and these old dudes would give you tips of people to call on. And all these dudes were like 75 years old, and they had all gone to college together. And for some reason they let me at age 30 into their little group. And I had to put a suit on, and it'd be over the Jefferson where you stayed, that really fancy hotel.
Yeah.
And I get in there, and one of them was talking about how in college Rock Hudson and Elizabeth Taylor had come to the university to film a movie. And this one guy goes, man, my roommate had to go fuck Elizabeth Taylor every afternoon because Rock Hudson wouldn't fuck her. And I'm listening to these 80-year-old dudes talk about their roommates fucking Elizabeth Taylor.
I like how he said it like it was a problem.
Yeah.
Like, man, he had to mow her lawn every week.
Yeah. He was an extra, and that was his job. He was like the double for Rock Hudson. And so his job was to go fuck Elizabeth Taylor in the afternoon.
You ever watch old Rock Hudson movies?
He was badass, wasn't he?
He was gorgeous, and he's a great actor. And if you watch the like Written on the Wind and like a lot of the Rock Hudson movies, the dialogue, if you pay attention, there's a lot of fucking, hey, guess what? I'm gay jokes written into the script. Yes! It's like Written on the Wind specifically, him, I guess it's Doris Day, like they have lines to each other where you go, they must have like written this. It's hysterical.
But back then, no one would have thought.
No, but now that you know that he's gay, like the poster guy for gay, the poor guy. But I never really watched anything Rock Hudson. But when you go back and watch a Rock Hudson movie, like he's Clooney and Elvis combined. He's like the hottest. Yes, he is
Clooney. That's the truth.
He's the hottest, coolest, and he's like a good actor. Yeah. I'm not sure where that leaves us podcast-wise.
Let's end up with more dead cat stories. What do we got?
What is the most amount of dead animals you've seen? Have you ever seen like a like where it was like a holocaust of animals? Where you went, I don't know if this is so much a hoard as a mass grave.
Well, yeah. I mean, we stopped counting at 200 cats one time.
Come on.
Yeah, because 201 cats is considered a felony. But,
really?
Yeah, but 100 in this state and 199 was not. So we stopped
What's
at
200, the push for the bookies?
Yeah, it's the push. For some reason, yeah, it's your even. If it's 200, nobody wins.
House wins, man. So, what state was that?
Your favorite.
California?
Jersey. Oh,
in Jersey?
Yeah.
Wow. 201 cats is a felony.
Yep.
199 cats.
This dude was, and the cops even looked, they were like, you're going to stop at 200, right? We're like, yeah. everyone was
want
in
that paperwork.
No, they didn't want. This guy was a good guy. It was a private job. It wasn't.
Sounds
Hoarders.
delightful.
Well,
Got 200 fucking dead cats in his house. I like how everyone's a nice guy to you.
Well, yeah,
Like,
have to
this
be.
is my buddy Ronnie. Got out of jail, murdered a guy, stomped his face in. 9 years. Great guy.
Good guy.
Just a
good people.
You know
good
what?
People.
He's a peach. This guy had 200 dead cats. Sweetheart. Just a guy you want your daughter to marry. Just a guy whose house is filled with Target bags with shit in them and so many dead cats that we had to stop counting so he wouldn't go to jail and be raped every day because he was the cat killer.
He's a good guy.
Man, it's fucked up, man. You know, I love a feline, right?
This has been a production of Smudcast Internet Radio.